Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio, to Prayer for Peace. I'm Alba Morales, live from Annapolis, Maryland. We welcome all of you to this moment of nurturing our soul, of refreshing, meditating. A much needed stop during our busy day and our busy week. Let us center ourselves with that initial prayer. We invite you all to close your eyes. And we follow the words of the speaker in our minds by saying, Beloved Father, Mother God, at this very moment we ask you for your blessings. Help us to open up our minds and our hearts to the message that we are about to hear. Help us to put in practice later on the teachings that we study today, and bring us during this moment the comfort, the peace, the solace that we need, as well for our brothers and sisters that are close to us. And it's in your name that we pray, and so be it. Dear friends, welcome again. We are going to present here as usual, and we are going to read chapter 72 from the book Happy Life by the spirit author Joanna de Angelis, who is the spirit mentor of the medium Divaldo P, Franco. And chapter 72 is very simple, yet meaningful. She says, rejoice at every opportunity to evolve. Rejoice. Suffering met with resignation loses intensity. Endure in silence, it passes more quickly. You will never suffer what you do not deserve, just as you cannot live on the earth as an exception without facing suffering. God's laws are the same for everyone. Replacing love in short supply, suffering is the teacher that propels us forward. So basically, friends, Joanna de Angelis is reminding us what we find in the Spirit's book. That we, all human beings, all of us who have a spirit or is a spirit, at this very moment we are reincarnated. We are with this physical body, with this physical dense dress. But our essence is a spirit. So all of us, intelligent beings of the creation, our destiny is to progress, to grow, to evolve, to develop. We are not stagnated, emotionally speaking, psychologically, in our intelligence, academically, etc. We are always moving forward, even though sometimes we don't feel it. Well, it depends on our effort. But the situation is, friends, that in the past, when we were more ignorant of the laws of God, ignorant of not knowing better, we made many mistakes. Some of those mistakes are rooted in rebelliousness. And when we rebel against God, then the consequence is suffering. Not as a punishment. No, doesn't work that way. Because in Spiritism, we study that there are laws, the law of action and reaction, or the cause and effect. So for any action, thought, and word that I commit, that I act, it will be a consequence, right? Um, if I ate the entire chocolate cake, the consequence is going to be an stomach ache, and I'm going to be ill or sick for some hours, right? If I exercise 3 days per week and I watch what I eat the best as possible, the consequence is we're going to provide more life. We're going to provide a health environment for our body. So on and so forth, also in the moral arena, for whatever action, for whatever uh, situation in which we hurt others. Therefore, as a form of teaching, the consequence is going to come as a pain, as a suffering, and it has different levels. It could be moral pain, it could be physical pain, it could be financial difficulties, relationship difficulties, you name it. So Joanna de Angelis is inviting us and telling us, she's telling us, dear friends, planet Earth is a school of trials and atonements in which the main teacher is suffering. It is pain. That's the natural state of planet Earth. We won't find here complete and fulfilled happy spirits because it's not the nature of our planet. We can find joy and happiness momentarily, right? When we have achievements, when we met goals, when we got to meet for the first time a baby, a newborn, there are moments of intense joy and happiness, but we are not in the blissful moment all the time. There are ups and downs. The day-to-day life, when we are driving to work and some days traffic are worse than others, that is part of living on planet Earth. And we need to breathe there and say, okay, hopefully I won't be late. I left with enough time. Just let us wait. Let us be patient. So that's how we learn. So suffering and pain, it doesn't come as a punishment again. It comes as a natural consequence of our previous actions, from previous existences, or from this current lifetime. However, hear what Joanna says. We are not going to suffer what we don't deserve. We're not going to get like an extra class, an extra credit for an extra suffering. It is not. And it is up to us, when we are in the midst of that pain, over there to breathe and to recognize that is an opportunity. So in that moment of suffering, which is sometimes is very difficult to reflect or to meditate, right? Because we are suffering. However, we can take two options. The first one, we reveal, we complain, we go against everything, and we increase our pain and our suffering, or we accept, we understand, and we wait faithfully and with hope for the moment to pass. Because as happiness in planet Earth is not a forever state, suffering also is not a forever state. So we have moments of suffering, of pain, of joy, of bliss, of entertainment, of study, right? Moments. Joanna is asking us to embrace our life the way it comes, to be aware of our actions, words, and thoughts so we build for ourselves a better future, as in future existences we will be reaping what we are planting today. So that's the invitation. And as we encounter these moments, sometimes breaks our hearts, and sometimes we feel very down and we feel like we cannot breathe. Let us breathe and just pray and say, Father, help me. Just simple. That's simple. We don't need to be so eloquent and say, I know through this pain I'm going to learn and evolve. It's not necessary. Just asking for assistance, being humble, and accepting and knowing that suffering and pain is not forever. We are going to stop here and we are going to move to our prayer. Let us close our eyes and all together in one mind, let us say together, Divine Creator of our lives, how great is your mercy and your grace. And for that we praise you, and we recognize that we have our comfort and the relief of our pains and sufferings only in you. Tonight, we are elevating our prayer in a humble and supplicant manner. If at this very minute we are undergoing an unbearable suffering, we pray that your light and your love give us strength, give us resilience, give us the fortitude and the hope to go through. We don't need to handle this by ourselves. We know that the force of love that penetrates everything in the universe, it is supporting us. Help us to see it. Help us to feel it. Help us to surrender to your love. And we pray for these moments of struggle and challenge to be also useful moments of learning as we want to achieve happiness in the future, as we want to be better individuals today than yesterday. And we pray not only for our very own suffering, but we pray for our family members, friends, neighbors, co-workers, the people that we interact in the community, at the grocery store, at the street. We pray for all our brothers and sisters that are undergoing suffering, and especially for those who are not able to understand yet, or they don't know yet the purpose of suffering, and therefore they reveal, and therefore they make their suffering even more intense and difficult. We pray for them so they feel your soothing love, caressing their hearts and providing them with the hope that they need. We pray for our brothers and sisters that are suffering difficult and terrible moments due to wars, because they needed to flee their towns and countries. They needed to go to a different country. They are in these immense places and refugee camps, ISIL camps, with no country and with no food or clothing or water or education or health services whatsoever. We pray for them so they have the strength to go through, and they can also see the fruits of their very own suffering later on in life. We pray for children and youth living in these dramatic situations. May your love comfort them, protect them and guiding, making them to feel safe and secure in the arms of a trustworthy adult. We pray for peace in our world, peace in every single mind of incarnate and discarnate individuals on the planet, peace in homes, in the family circle, peace in institutions, schools, hospitals, arts and technology institutions, institutions that serve the public and the community, institutions that work for the financial growth of the public. Bring them peace. Bring us, all of us, peace to our community, to our town, to our state, to our country, to our world. We invoke the name of the Prince of Peace, and we feel how you, beloved Master Jesus, spread seeds of love and peace in every single heart tonight and every time that we pray to God. Thank you, and so be it. Dear friends, we wish you peace, we wish you comfort, and the grace of God be with you today and always. See you next Friday. Bye.